All right. Good morning, everyone. No good. Get up. Get you. Okay. Hammy's going to join us in a second. We're going to start with some standing stretching today. Remember, if you want to play some music, put it on in the background. But if not, we are ready to go. All right. So static stretching. How can we achieve that with some standing position stuff? Really, we're going to try and attack the calves first. Now, I climbed a massive hill yesterday. We did a little bit of running, got on a treadmill, and just hiked that thing up all the way to 15%. So let's go with a staggered stance. You want to glue your feet into the ground. Once you're here with this, we're just going to try and translate our hips and our trunk forward. Notice you don't have to go very far. Now, a couple things that you want to think of here are, where is your heel when this is happening? You want both heels to be stuck to the ground. Why? This is going to achieve that lengthening position from the calves. And I'm going to try and push or pull really my knee backwards, right? So I'm looking for as much knee extension as I can get. Right, so again, notice my knee right here on the back side, my right leg. This is a little bit of relax, right? I'm going to try and pull that knee back, right? And really straighten that thing out and getting the entire calf. Breathe as you're here. Just relax. You can push the body forward. Heels are down. Good. Hold on to it and breathe. And we'll do a few other things from this position as well. But let's just go ahead and rest out of that. Shake out the ankle a little bit. Good. Okay, now let's go to the other side. So again, split stance, grab the toe with one foot, or excuse me, grab the ground with one foot, and then grab the ground with the other as you step forward, and then just translate the body forward, pull the knee back. So again, one more time, starting position, body comes forward, hold, find that good stretch, and then try and get as much knee extension as you can out of that. Hold on to it and breathe. So this is really useful when you can't get to a wall or you can't do any other form of stretching for the calf. Maybe you can't foam roll, you can't get on the ground. This is maybe a good one after you finish a long trail run, right? Maybe you felt a little tension in the calves and the Achilles. And again, immediately post workout, bam, you do the standing, and then you can incorporate the rest of your body. You can squeeze glute here and the back of that knee. Good. Take another breath. Good. All right. So let's come out of that. And then we're going to come back to this, but we're going to add different layers or different wrinkles, right? So we're going to start to incorporate the rest of the body. Still getting the calves to stretch, right, Hammy? That's right. She's amped up. She's ready to go. All right. So left foot forward, right leg back. Same thing. We're going to achieve that staggered stance. Just push forward a little bit with the trunk. I feel tension. I'm going to try and straighten this back leg. Now, let's incorporate the upper body. Let's go overhead position, thumbs back, pull the rib cage down, and let's work that dynamically, right? But notice the speed I'm working at, right? I'm also going to aim for shoulder extension. So I'm still getting that stretch, still thinking about pulling that knee back. Same thing we just worked on, but now let's incorporate some shoulder mobility. Again, flexion to extension, trying to keep the rib cage pulled down, trying to keep your body neutral, and all the while keeping your stretch working. Take your time. It's going to be number 3 right here. We're just going to go to 5 reps because then we'll get to the other side. Same exact thing. Pull that knee back. Aim for range of motion. Push your body to its limits. Obviously, if you feel pain, you don't want to do it too far. But really just trying to get the body familiar with the end ranges that we don't see very often. Awesome. Now, going through that, I felt a little tightness in my left shoulder. I'm trying to think about what we did yesterday, and I did a little bit of pressing, so that makes a little bit of sense. But I really just emphasized that stretch in the calf and Achilles, and it's feeling really good now. So let's go ahead and get to the other side again. 5 reps of that overhead swing. Set that forward foot down. Set that back foot down. Translate the body forward to create the stretch. Pull that knee back, exactly where we were before. Let's go with those 5 overhead reaches and extensions. Take your time. Keep the rib cage down. Embrace the core. Keep that stretch going in the bottom, in the lower half. I had to remind myself to pull that knee back to really get a little bit more. Last one here. Awesome job, y'all. All right, come out of that, shake it out. Let's go and grab a little bit of water, and then we'll pick it right back up into something different. All right, so let's go ahead and now get a little bit of the inner thigh muscles. So we're going to go with a little bit of a lateral lunge here, a lateral squat. But again, focus on placement of the foot. You want toes forward, grip the ground with the toes. And then once you're there, let's go with a little bit of what we call a cherry picker. So I'm just going to hinge forward. Don't aim to touch the ground. What I want you to do is focus on being able to hinge without letting the spine move. So I'm going to go arms across, maybe grabbing onto the chest or the shoulders, and I'm just going to let the hips take whatever they can get. Able to get a little bit further, pushing a little bit more of that tension away. Open up, big hinge. Hips forward, squeeze. Take your time, going a little bit further every time if you can. And really feeling the adductors, right? The inner thigh muscles really, really pushing their length here. And really the lower half of the body, right? After a huge hill run, you'd be surprised at the muscles that start to light up aside from the calves. Good. Now what we're going to do is allow the spine to loosen up and do whatever the hell it wants, right? Can they give us a little bit more range of motion? So as I drop down, okay, keep that neutral, 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 neutral. And then once I've run out of room, that's all right. Let's see if we can just kind of round out, touch the ground, palms down. Fantastic. Maybe shift to the right a little bit, shift to the left. Experiment while we're down here. Feel things out and just kind of go with a flow. There is no right or wrong. Again, pain is probably going to be your best indicator of something that you shouldn't do. As long as the body's feeling all right, maybe a little bit of burn. Again, you want to invite that. Try and walk a little bit further. Maybe take a breath once you find a hot spot. Good. Now come back to center. Reposition the spine. Push the hips forward. And let's reset out of those legs. And then let's add a little bit of rotation to that same position. So we're going to go back to that lengthened lateral lunge position, but we're going to try and see if we can add in a little bit of a windmill to add in, again, just a little bit of trunk rotation. So once we're here, again, find your feet. And let's go ahead and hinge down and keep the spine neutral, right? Keep it long. Don't let it bend. Perfect. Now, once we're here, arms out wide. And let's just go ahead and rotate arm down, back up, stand tall if you need it, right? You can hinge, neutral spine, chest is long, rotate, back down. So you want to keep the arm relative to the shoulder, right? Again, it's going to be right here in this little lane. You don't want it to squeeze in or pull back further, but you want to keep it right here to the side of the body. And the reason for that is because when you rotate, it's really going to tell you exactly how far your trunk is rotating versus how far, right? We're just kind of reaching with the arms. The point here is to rotate. So let's come back to that. Again, you're in that wide position with the legs. And I'll show you from a lateral view what it looks like. But again, we're coming down, arms out wide, hinge, 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 neutral spine, right? Once we're here, rotate the trunk, rotate the trunk, rotate the trunk, right? Notice how far you can actually get with your spine versus how far, right? If I just dump my arms down, right? We could think that we're opening and rotating a little bit further. Keep working this one. Getting a little sweat now. That's great. Also, do you notice, keep working, maybe how much you can rotate one side versus the other, right? Something important to remember is that our bodies are not completely balanced. There are maybe a few people that are a bit more balanced out there than others, but again, imbalances are going to happen, especially when we train. Most of us are dominant on one side. So with that being said, just take notice of what side maybe has less than the other, right? And then what are you going to do to fix that? This is where we really individualize the work that we have, right? Okay, I can't rotate as well to my left as I can to my right. That is actually true. That is actually happening with me in that position, right? Perfect. So what am I going to do to help my rotation? Well, maybe I can loosen up my obliques, maybe I can loosen up my lats, maybe I can focus on staying in that stretch position for a little bit longer, right? But emphasize these imbalances, and you'll notice that things are going to get a little bit better. All right, finish one more rotation for me. Perfect. Stand tall, shake it out, and let's just go through a few bodyweight squats with some breathing. So come on down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. Reset the body, reset the mind. Let's do it again. Shake it out. Let's go a few more. Big breath. Exhale it all the way through again. Let's try it. Two more. Bringing it all together at the very end. Just a little breath of gratitude to the fact that we get to do this and we get to do it together. All right, Samsung. Great job. No Gear Get Up. That was fantastic. We have our video publishing in about 9 minutes for a nice isometric workout that we got going for your Tuesday. Wellbeing Wednesday tomorrow with some recharge break and some boot camp. If you have any questions, as always, drop it in the comments. Let us know what you thought of the class, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a great Tuesday.